Good evening guys, what's going on? James here with part 4 of the Class of 92 FM15 experiment. Now if you watched the previous part, Sir Alex Ferguson resigned and retired again and Jurgen Klopp took over. Now as you can see, no manager currently at Manchester United, and up here as you can see also they finished 4th in the Premier League. So after finishing 4th and winning the FA Cup, Jurgen Klopp has been sacked as Manchester United manager and therefore will no longer take control of the Class of 92, which makes it interesting for the next episode to see who will take over and who will guide these young players. Now as you know, there's no players in the under-18s as they're too old now, and they moved up quite quickly despite being in the age gap of the under-18s. So you might notice there's quite a few big players not in the Class of 92 in the under-21s, obviously can't cut it at Man United, such as Jan Vertonghen, Jason Murillo and Anders Lindegaard. Anyway, let's move on to what we're here to do, which is the Class of 92. So first we're going to go to Nicky Butt. One of the ones that wasn't quite progressing, the defensive midfielder. Still on a very average wage, 8.75k, that hasn't moved, and he's decreased in value. He's now 275k. Tenacious defensive midfielder, which he's described as. He's got 5 under-21 England caps. Now, he made 11 sub-appearances in the first team and 2 starts, getting a 6.26 average, which is very, very poor. He's not quite made the grade so far, has Nicky Butt. And that led him to being loaned out to Fulham last season. So he's not really doing much, and he has a contract left of 2 years. So again, a big chance with a new manager for him to impress and improve and move on in the first team. I believe he's the only one who hasn't actually been in the first team at all and been brought back out of it again. So he's been pretty poor, has Nicky Butt. He's got the stats, he's obviously just not doing it for the managers that are in charge. So disappointing from Nicky Butt. He didn't get loaned out. He did spend the season at Man United, the full season, and was a regular in the under-21s. So, the next player we will go to is David Beckham. Now, David Beckham, this is his breakthrough season. He finally made it into the first team. 17 first team starts in the league, 3 substitute appearances, 8 starts in the Cup, 1 sub appearance, and 3 in the Champions League and 1 sub appearance. So in total, 28 starts plus sub appearances, getting 12 assists. That's including in the under 21s, of course, where he gets a lot of assists usually, 40 plus last season. And overall he's got 7.12 average. In his form, as you can see down here, the last 4 matches, he seems quite consistent. So in total, since we started this experiment, he's had 28 appearances in the first team. But this was all this season. He'd never made a first team appearance before, and he got 1 goal. He is the Manchester United number 40, of course, plays on the right wing, and look at that value, guys. This is leaps and bounds. He has come on so much since the last episode. He's valued at £8 million. Now has 521 caps for England and 2 goals. And now is on £23,000 a week. So, dubbed as a wonder kid, David Beckham has come on leaps and bounds. And he is doing fantastic. Yes, he's in the under-21 team. But he's played 3/4 of the season in the first team, making 28 starts in all competitions, including the Champions League. So he has done fantastically well. Why he's in our under-21s, I'm not too sure. Maybe he's just been injured. Who knows? So we'll go to the next one. It's Paul Scholes. Hasn't quite made the grade, to be honest, and has spent part of the season on loan at Bournemouth. 11 games he played there, getting 1 goal. He's only made 6 appearances in the first team for Manchester United. On 7k a week, 400 grand, and no caps for the England under-21s. So he is stumbling along with Nicky Butt, just being there. He's not really doing anything now. A 6.48 average at Bournemouth. If that's happening at Bournemouth, he ain't got a chance in hell of making it in Manchester United. Looks like him and Nicky Butt, as it stands, are not the ones to make the grade. But, new manager, who knows, they might get picked. He is an enthusiastic midfielder, got the stats, got the ability. If he's given the opportunity, he might take it. But this season says it's a no-go from me. Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes, I'm not impressed. He has 1 year left on his contract, Paul Scholes. It's the make or break season for him, I'm afraid. As you see, Nani, Tom Cleverley, Wayne Rooney, also in the reserves. Anyway, let's get to the first team. So we've seen David Beckham, strides, he's come on. We've seen Nicky Butt stuttering along. We've seen Paul Scholes get farmed out on loan. So now we've got the Neville brothers and Gary and Phil, and we also have Ryan Giggs to look to. So let's go Gary Neville first. So last season, as you can see, he got 4 appearances on loan at Cardiff. But what's he done this season? 13 starts and 5 sub-appearances and a 7.43 average in all competitions. And he did get 1 goal in that process, so he has made it so far a good season for him. Contracted till 2022, and his value has rocketed to 4.6 million. I believe it was around 1 million last time. Somebody might want to quote me on that, but £21,500 per week. He is dubbed the Wonder Kid, and he looks excellent. I'm sure he will do well and continue to progress for Manchester United in this experiment. So now we'll go to his brother, which of course is Phil Neville, who is the hot prospect at the club. When in the information screen, this is the player they show you as the hot prospect. Phil Neville. Last season, of course, 8 appearances on loan at Middlesbrough. What has he done this season? Well, 12 first team starts and 6 substitute appearances, but a poor 6.68 average. Like his brother, a regular in the under-21s, and making noises here and there, getting into the first team. So he didn't do a great deal in all those appearances. As you can see, basically he picked up 4 yellow cards, and that is about it. But a decent value at 1.4 million, but that tells me he will improve. Reputation is continental, he's a wonder kid and a hot prospect, aged 20 now, 11.75k per week. And he has got the most under 21 caps for England, 18, so he's a mainstay in that team, and he's doing well. So his progress has come on slowly but surely. And the final one we will look at is the current assistant manager of Manchester United, to Louis van Gaal. Of course, the legend Ryan Giggs. Now, Ryan Giggs in total made 31 appearances. That is a huge amount. 32 appearances, 31 starts with a 7.35 average. And down here on the form guide, 4 out of the last 5 games have been between 7 and 8 average, so he is becoming consistent. Dubbed a wonder kid, age 20, and now has a continental reputation, but more importantly, a rotational squad status, which means Jurgen Klopp was a fan. Now, he had 17 under 21 caps and 5 goals, but he is now a regular, 7 appearances for the full Welsh squad. Look at that wage, £47,000 per week, which tells me he is there to stay in the first team. 52 appearances and 4 goals in the first team in total since we started this experiment, but look at that wage. 14.5 million. Wow, that is massive. He's 20 years old and playing in one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he's contracted till 2022. So I am confident with the next part when I record it, this could be huge. He is the one coming on. Beckham has produced last season big time, but Ryan Giggs, number 6, a winger, number 6, doesn't seem right. But Ryan Giggs has come on so much. He is the main one out the lot so far. So we're going to go to the league table now, and we'll just see why Jurgen Klopp got sacked. Because they finished 3rd last season, and they've obviously dropped back a spot again. But they are in the Champions League. 38 games played, 23 wins, 7 draws and 8 losses, 64 goals, 38 conceded, and 76 points. quite a lot away from the title that Chelsea won. In fact, quite a lot away from competing second Liverpool. So basically the update of this is, guys, that Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt are struggling. Phil Neville and Gary Neville are coming along nicely. Beckham has had a great season and has come on leaps and bounds, and Ryan Giggs is just romping away, embarrassing the fellow class of 82 members. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Part 5 will be with you on Thursday. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye bye.